Pokémon Infinite Fusion is an amazing fan game with an almost endless amount of possible fusions, and I tried to beat the game while doing a Nuzlocke challenge. Up on the screen are some of the main rules I used, and I will only be using Dark-type Pokémon for this run. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing, as this took a way too long time to make. So, with all that out of the way, I hope you enjoy, and let's jump straight into it. We start off by naming a stuffed buff Diglett with only one T, because that's all that could fit in the text box, and our rival's name is no support, which is what you'll be if you don't like and subscribe. My rival. We go to pick up our starter Pokemon, which is a fusion between either Rotom Bellsprout, Sneasel Darkrai, or Mimikyu and Growlithe. And as a dark type run, you sort of know who I go for. Our rival then challenges us to a Pokemon battle who uses the Rotom Bellsprout fusion. Now, I would say something like interesting happened, but it really didn't. I just used Ominous Wind and took it out, then learned Quick Attack. We then head up to Viridian City to pick up Oak's parcel, which, I mean, at this point everyone knows what's inside, and we simply just go back and hand it to him. Who, now, because of the randomizer, he's meant to give me 5 Pokeballs, but he gives us 5 old boots. Not really sure what I'm meant to do with them, but we ball. But hey, at least we get the Pokedex. We'll record, well, however many amount of the 170,000 Pokemon fusions in the game, which I highly doubt we'll be able to do. But after talking to the shop dude and picking up my first Pokeball being a Dream Ball, we get this Farlia fusion. Yeah, it kind of looks weird. I don't really know how to feel about it, but long story short, we fail the capture because the Dream Ball is, well, pretty trash. Losing our first encounter, which honestly felt good for the run. We're off to a good start. After heading back to Viridian City and talking to the postman in the Pokemon, we get a Klinkleon, which I thought was a Kecleon Klinklang fusion, but no, it turned out to be this pretty cool Empoleon fusion. I ended up nicknaming Dark Cell Deadpool, which actually reminds me I have a nickname theme for this challenge, so if you figure out what it is, let me know in the comments, and if you get it right, well done. Pat on the back. We then find this Weeping Leaf in the route to the left of Viridian City, but again we have to fail it because he gets us down to 1 HP, and I did not feel like restarting the run already. Heading up to Route 2! Third encounter, and let's see if we fail this one. We actually end up getting this really cool Talonflame and Rapidash fusion. This looks like a Griffin, which I absolutely love. However, due to a low roll Quick Attack and then a high roll Quick Attack the next turn, we failed that one too. However, we did learn Feint Attack. In Viridian Forest, we find another old boot. There's the 6th old boot to go with the, the other one. We find this Wailord Deoxys fusion. I don't really need to explain this. I didn't catch it because it's a Wailord and a Deoxys. The catch rate is going to be ridiculously low, but I did give it a shot. However, due to rollouts and if I kept going, I would have died. And again, didn't really feel, well, I didn't feel like restarting the run already, so we ran. Now for the biggest moment of my life, we break this AI's ankles. Just watch this. Absolutely broken. We get to Pewter City, and the only thing we really can do is face on Brock, who is actually a ghost type. No, he's not. No, a water. Yeah, he's a water type gym leader in this. I don't really know why. I think it's because of the hard mode. I'm not really sure. However, we take out both his Pokemon with relative ease. It's really not that difficult. After beating up Brock, we go to talk to this assistant who tells us something about HA Pokemon and hidden ability Pokemon, and in Route 3, we end up finding this. Another Weeping Leaf, which I'm not going to lie, I was really happy about because I love Arcanine, and I know you can make some really cool fusions with Arcanine. So, after a few Pokeballs and trying to catch it and the stuff that you normally do to catch Pokemon, I do actually end up catching it, which is fantastic because now we have a potential team member. However, I just can't use it yet. We head up to Mount Moon, who we go talk to the fisherman, the guy who scams you for 500, and we get this Meowsaur, the Bulbasaur Meow fusion, which looks really weird. And for a little spoiler, I don't use Meowth or Venusaur for this run, so he's there for eternity. Anyway, we go and talk to the commotion outside Mount Moon, da-da-da-da-da, and it turns out some thugs have been chatting stuff in the cave, and Brock comes along and uses a nail filer to make Geodude polishy smooth, which Nurse Joy didn't like, so she retreats to the Pokemon Center and pretend like nothing happened. We go heal our Pokemon and then head away into Mount Moon to see what all the fuss is about, and yeah, we find a Pokeball, and then we overhear these guys chatting stuff about some sort of machine, I don't know. We find a muscle band, and on the way back we get our first encounter for Mount Moon, which is a Zoroark Artillery Fusion, which, if you didn't know, is a dark type, and it is a dark type run. So I can use dark types, which is a Zoroark. Yeah, we catch it eventually after quite a few Pokeballs. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we go back to the Poké Center and fuse Growlithe with Zoroark, creating Zolith, which is just a good little boy. We end up naming him Deathstroke, which, again, is with the theme, and you should know what it is if, you know, later on in the video or something. We ended up finding this Haxani fusion. Now, I feel like this is a pretty good time to re-explain the rules. In the rules, I have two certain, well, guides or rules that I go by. One is the Dragon Rage fusion, and the other one's the Wonder Guard fusion, which is enabled until the second gym. So if I get killed by Dragon Rage before the second gym, it doesn't count, which is really, well, Dragon Rage is really overpowered, as we all know. So, yeah, it didn't count. Don't come at me in the comments. Anyway, speaking of Wonder Guard, this is the fight that almost made me restart the entire run. This Shedinja Hydreigon fusion has Wonder Guard. After doing a bit of research on this type, I found it was Dark Ghost, and the only weakness it had was Fairy. And going by my team, I didn't have any Fairy moves, so I can't hit it. Long story short, I died, and yeah, but because of Wonder Guard claws, it didn't count. So the run is over, right? Well, not yet. You see, my team consists of a Zoroark Growlithe and a Darkrai Sneasel fusion, and this Hydreigon fusion is Dark Ghost with Wonder Guard, so the only super effective attack is Fairy. So, here's the plan. Growlithe is level 5. At level 10 it learns Odor Sleuth, which basically lets Ghost types be hit by normal and fighting type moves. So, we teach Growlithe Odor Sleuth, we hit the Hydreigon fusion, removing its Ghost type. Sneasel then comes in with Rock Smash, kills it, moves us out of the way, and we all become winners. So that's what I did. After training the grass, we taught our doggo Odor Sleuth, and then went into battle with the monster again. I led with Deathstroke, who then used Odor Sleuth, removing its Ghost type, and then we switched into Deadpool, who, after missing, or getting missed by Fury Swipes, then used Rock Smash twice to take out the Hydreigon Shedinja Douchebag fusion. And that's just the grunt. Oh yeah, he had a Horn Kid as well, which I just took out with Feint Attack. But damn! Right. Where were we? Ah, yeah. So, after beating the grunt, we head up to talk to Team Rocket, who was doing some sort of experiment with Triple Fusion. He places his test subjects down. We waltz up like, hello everybody, good day, how are ya? And then Giovanni doesn't like it, so he sends the scientist to attack us. The machine blows up, everyone gets scared, they ran off, and then the scientist apologized, gives us a fossil, which isn't actually a fossil. After all the commotion, we then take on Misty in Cerulean City, who's a ground-type gym leader in this run, and her first Pokemon Darkbone goes down really quickly. I then want to learn Home Claws, which I was tempted because the attack boost, but I opt not to because I like the moveset already. The second Pokemon Mage goes down with a few Rock Smashes, which looked kind of weird, but it was really easy as well, which totally isn't a lot of foreshadowing for the near future, or, you know, the late game, Elite Four. After taking on Misty, we then go and get our next encounter, which is a Darkrai Lopunny fusion. Now, if you didn't know, the catch rate of the Pokemon is based by the head of the Pokemon, so the first part of the name, in this case being Darkrai, which, I'm not going to lie, I was really surprised when I caught it, which was really cool. And then we fused it with a Gengar that we caught just before Cerulean City to create Darkgar, which actually turned out to be the MVP of this run. And we know just from a minute ago how overpowered Dark Ghost fusions are. I then find a Master Ball below Bill's house and then help him because he's fused himself with a Rhydon. He then gives us a boat ticket to say thank you. I then find this Umbreon fusion heading into Vermilion City, which was honestly adorable. And I tried to use a Perfect Ball on it, but it didn't catch, so I used the Fusion Ball. I then fused Empoleon with Umbreon to create Umbleon. Oh yeah, and then I named it Sleeper as well, which, yeah, it goes with the theme. To the right of Vermilion, we then catch this Kyogre Trico fusion, which again has the catch rate of Kyogre, which, again, I was really surprised when I caught it after quite a few Pokeballs, and I'm not going to lie, I was debating using my Master Ball. But we did end up catching it with a Fusion Ball. Now, you're not going to believe this, but on the SSN I found another Master Ball. And then I rival challenge us to a battle, whose first Pokemon, Ursav, was really strong because it had the attack stat of Ursaring. So I switched into Dark Guard to, you know, Ghost type, normal type moves, and we take it down by putting it to sleep, switching back into Deadpool and using the dig on it. And then is the second Pokemon, which is a Tampass, looks like a Nosepass who has PTSD and a lot of trauma, which goes down to a few Fire Fangs. That's the same with his next Pokemon. And then Audition Chikorita is adorable, but I felt quite bad killing it because it was just so innocent. Anyway, we go and talk to the captain, who gives us HMO1 cuts, and then look in the trash can, which we probably shouldn't have, and then we take on the Vermilion Gym, which I can never do this puzzle. It takes me so long. But we ended up getting it done after about 2 hours, and then we fight Surge, who is a normal type gym leader, which it's really weird to see a lot of gym leaders using completely different types than they're used to. It really threw me off. But yeah, we take him out. Tedinat was honestly a bit of a pain, but then we switched into Deathstroke and just took it out with a few Fire Fangs, winning us the battle. Again, really easy. We then head into the power plant just before Rock Tunnel, and we find this Volcarona Victory Bell fusion, which I was super happy about because Volcarona is almost busted with Quiver Dance. So we caught it and then put it in the box for later. I then found this Grulade in Rock Tunnel, but then, well, obviously that wasn't an encounter. However, it was a sick fusion. Before we take on Pokemon Tower, I want to get a few more encounters. Now, just before Celadon City, we find another Zoroark Artillery Fusion, which I know I could have called Deep's Claws, but I wanted the Dark types because more team members and, you know, stuff like that. So I actually do end up catching it, and then I end up fusing it with Kyogre, who creates an absolutely insane special attacker. Like, you're not even ready for it. However, if you are looking for like glitches and stuff like that, you can actually walk through this building by going above the stairs, down a couple of tiles, and then right. You can walk through the building and get your encounter, and then you can also talk to the dude who gives you a TM. Heading into the absolutely massive Pokemon, we go to get a few evolution stones like the Fire Stone, and I was about to get the Ice Stone because I thought that Sneasel evolves with an Ice Stone, which it doesn't. I was an idiot. But yeah, we learn. Anyway, I go to use the Firestone on my Growlithe Zoroark fusion to evolve it from this good little boy into this super good little boy. He's so strong and fluffy. Anyway, oh yeah, I also end up naming the Kyogre fusion Captain America, and then we go to take on our rival in Pokemon Tower, who honestly was a bit of a pushover. Our new puppy, well, I'd say puppy, he's quite a big puppy now. He just sweeps the entire team. Nothing really eventful. Yeah. However, darkness struck down on us on this fateful day when this Rio Reap from this biker, well, he wasn't the problem because we took him out really easily. However, yeah, I tried to switch out as a Arena Trap. So, I knew I wasn't going anywhere. I knew it was faster. It's ground type. So, I tried what I could. But, Magnitude 6. Fire type. Dead. Which was super, super sad. I shed a tear. I didn't really know what to do. So, I set it in Sleeper. Because he's water type and he resists the ground type. But, yeah, we took it down. But this many Digletts and Dugtrios, it wasn't nice. But our poor boy, he's helped us through so much. He helped us catch new Pokemon, new friends. He evolved for us. He got stronger, but I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, so we end up fighting our rival, beating the hell out of a few Rocket Grunts outside the sewers, and he tells us that something's going on with Team Rocket in the sewers, and so we have to go into the sewers. We ended up taking it on with Erica, who heals our Pokemon along the way, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get my encounter until after we do this with Erica, because chances are she's gonna kill it. But we ended up going through the tile maze and eventually had a very intimate talk with Giovanni as he holds our waist and does the Titanic with us, and then initiates to a battle, which I think is kind of rude, ruining the moment. So he's a ghost type trainer in this, and he sends out his Ninja, which is super fun to say, I'm not going to lie. But he goes out to, well, from something from our spawn, which I think was Sucker Punch. I missed it, I'm not going to lie. But he then turns out Garraskull, who is really unique. I love the mask on the front. But again, it's got Dragon Rage, which was a bit scary, but I live on 2 HP, thankfully. But he goes down to another Shadow Ball. He then turns out Mancy, who is an absolute tank. And this was, well, I sent a sleeper, and he uses like 2. Is it 2? Yeah, 2. I'm saying 2 a lot. 2 Source Dance and then a cut. I'm sorry, no, Assurance. It tricked me. And then eventually took it down. But we ended up beating Giovanni with a bit of ease. And then it's time to take on Erica at the Celadon City Gym, who isn't a grass type trainer. No, you think that, but no. It's, is she another ghost? I've forgotten. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's just sit back and watch this. Yes, so it's Ghost. It's either Erica was Ghost or Giovanni was Ghost. Wait, hang on. No. No, oh, no, Giovanni was flying. Yeah, Giovanni was flying. I'm a bit of an idiot. So he ended up beating Erica and then talked to Mr. Fuji, who we go to rescue, but it turns out he's just chilling. No, he's just chilling. He ends up saying something about a Master Ball, gives us a Poke Flute, so we can go wake up the Snorlax to the left of Celadon City. And then he woke up, he attacked us, which is a bit rude. And it was a Porygon 2, Porygon C, and a Nidoking, which looked really cool, I'm not even going to lie. But we ended up catching it. And we fused Glade with a Zoroark, which we found on Bikers Road, which was another auxiliary fusion. And it creates this emo thing. I name it Hella, fitting with the theme once again. If you don't know it already, make sure you know, figure out. And we found a Crocodile fusion just before Fuchsia, which I was super happy about, because Crocodile is just a monster. And it's another dark type as well. So we end up catching it, and now it's time for the Safari Zone. Well, I'm going to give myself a little bit of leeway here, because everyone knows that a lot of Pokemon run immediately if you're trying to catch it in the Safari Zone. So I'm allowed to catch 1 Pokemon per each zone. It doesn't matter if it's the first encounter. I just thought, because, you know, dark types are reasonably rare, I could give myself a bit of leeway. But, yeah. Anyway, this was the result. On route, well, in Zone 1, we found a Drago Quasar, which was insane. Zone 2, we found Beatrice, and Zone 3, we found a Raigiot. But we also found a Houndour Ninetales fusion to the right of Fuchsia as we go meet Janine. But, yeah, it's like a Hades Hellhound. I love it. We catch it, and we fuse the Houndoom with Rayquaza to create evil Rayquaza, if there ever was one, which I end up naming Punisher. But yeah. Oh, also Darkrai with Volcarona, which we caught, I can't even remember how long ago, to create this thing, and I also caught a Spider-Man, but not yet because I forgot. And then Dragonair with Crocodile create this, which I also nicknamed, but I forgot until later on in the video, so deal with it. I did a bit of a switch team around. I replaced Deadpool because unless I find a Razor Claw, I can't evolve it, so it's going to be stuck like this. And yeah, so here's the team. Spawn, Captain America, soon to be Spider-Man, soon to be Thing, Hela, and Punisher. The team's looking good, so I think we should go take on Fuchsia City. And I realised that I forgot to train up, but nonetheless, we go to take it on. Who is is it Fairy? No, Rock. No, Rock type gym leader. So it's replaced Brock. And yeah, Captain America just took it up with, well, Surfs, which was until this Quagsire came out, because I had Water Absorb. So I switched into Spawn, who took it out with a Hypnosis, putting it to sleep, and then a couple of Shadow Balls. Winning this gym battle. So that's number, is that 4, 5, something like that? I don't know. But Silph Co was reasonably easy. Just did a bit of grinding, saved all the people, got a Lamp Shrew, which was really bad. I didn't touch it for the rest of the game. And then we go to take on our rival. Just making sure I had Spawn in front because I didn't want a new team member to die. Anyway, he comes up, ambushes us, which I think was a bit stupid because the boss is right there and we're going to blow up the building. But we end up beating him. Go talk to Giovanni. Now, I realised how underleveled I was. I mean, again, this is a new team member, but still I'm really underleveled. If I didn't have my rival there to help us, I'm pretty sure we would have wiped. So, thank you. But, anyway, it was an interesting battle. Because he had two really, really weak Pokemon up front. However, one of them knew Superpower and the other knew Thunder, which was quite scary. But it ended up sending in this like Megazord cyborg thing, and then a Salamence, which was horrifying. But yeah, we ended up taking it out eventually, but surely. I'm not gonna lie, I'm running out of things to say because I do this all off script, just off the top of my head. But yeah, a couple of surfs later from Captain America and a full restore max potion from Giovanni, and we end up taking it down. Who? Captain America lands Origin Pulse, which is insane. We love it. My chair's squeaking, but I'm running out of things to say here. Like and subscribe. Yeah, beat Giovanni. Woohoo. Oh god, I really need to make scripts for these videos, don't I? Anyway, so go to beat Saffron C's gym leader, Sabrina, who is a... It's this one that I know everything's had a ghost type, and I've always thought they're ghost type. This, I'm pretty sure this is ghost type, but yeah, it is ghost type. Sweet. So obviously super easy with dark types. So she got absolutely destroyed. This thing was pretty cool. It was kind of scary as well, but I think it had slow start. I think maybe, I'm not sure. But we ended up taking it down with a couple of Dark Pulses after max potions, trading Dark Pulses. But, and a Sturdy as well from that Yamask. But we ended up taking it down. What's that? Our fifth one. Brock, Misty, Surge, Celadon, Erica, Fuchsia, and then, yeah, sixth. So, anyway, we head into Cinnabar Island. We go into the mansion and stuff. We find a Weavile fusion, which is pretty cool. And we end up fusing it with Mamoswine, which we caught earlier, to create this thing. I don't really know how I feel, but oh yeah, I actually nickname him finally. So yay. We go to get our static encounter from Pokemon Mansion, and I find a Bisharp fusion whose name looks a bit, yeah. We caught it. We ended up fusing it with Groudon, we caught earlier, to create Chainsaw Man, which I didn't, switched out for Weeswine, which we just caught, so sorry buddy, but same typing, and you know, Groudon's got better attack stats, so we ended up naming it Ultron. So that is the team for a bit, and that's actually the last of the team switch arounds that we have. So we ended up clearing through Pokemon Mansion and going to take on Blaine, who isn't, well, obviously he isn't fire, but wait, is he ghost type as well? He's ghost type as well. Why is everything ghost type? I haven't realised until now. Everything is ghost type. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It didn't make me angry because I'm ghost. Well, I'm not ghost. Oh, it was super easy. But anyway, on to the bit you've been waiting for. The Zapmole Kuno. So Giovanni, he captures all the birds and the Master Balls and stuff like that. We go down to take him on. He reveals to us his secret plan. He's perfected the triple fusion and he creates Zapmole Kuno. If you didn't know, it has 3 health bars, attacks 3 times in a turn, and it will murder your team unless you have spread moves like Origin Pulse, Discharge, because I'm not going to lie, it was super easy with Origin Pulse. I almost one-shot Moltres and Articuno, and then it was just a piece of cake from that, really. It was really anticlimactic. I know you were hoping to see some of my teammates fall, and yeah, it didn't, so ha! Screw you! I'm sorry, that was mean. Please don't leave. Like and subscribe. So now all we need is our final gym badge, and it's none other than Giovanni. Real plot twist there. But, yeah, he wants to revive Team Rocket becoming the best trainer in the world and stuff like that. So we have to entertain him for one more fight, which, spoiler alert, we kick his ass. But he, as I said earlier, he's got fighting type. No. He had flying types earlier, didn't he? But now he's changed to fighting types. Yeah, maybe he had to change height, you never know. But his first Pirogue fusion goes down with an Ice Beam, which is pretty easy. It looked kind of weird. And he had Breezer, which, wait, is it Bug type? It's Bug type, isn't it? Yeah, it's Bug type. So, Butter King. I don't really know how to feel about this. He looks so innocent, but also really creepy. He's like your sleep paralysis demon. But we ended up taking him down after a few Ice Beams, a few restores, and then an Origin Pulse to one-shot it, which I could have done earlier, but, you know, I didn't. And then Psydoof, which we all love Bidoof. Everyone loves Bidoof, but in this occasion I had to kill it. And then Genzor, which was super cool, who hit me with a Iron Head, taking me below half. And then Origin Pulse, just sort of one-shot it again, winning us a gym badge, and that's the 8th gym badge. Yeah, so I'm not going to bore you with Victory Road, because it's literally just a path you have to go through. But here's the team for the Elite Four. Spawn, Dark Pulse, Hypnosis, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot. Punisher with Foul Play, Flamethrower, Dragon Dance, and Fly. The Thing with Foul Play, Dragon Rush, Aqua Tail, and Earthquake. Captain America, Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot, Origins of Pulse, and Ice Beam. Ultron, Precipice Blaze, Buck Up, Iron Head, Night Slash. And Spider-Man, Shadow Ball, Quiver Dance, Thunderbolt, and Hypnosis. And my god, that was a mouthful. Anyway, Elite Four. So first up is Lorelei, who, spoiler alert, isn't a ice trainer at all, because you've figured it out by now. What am I doing? But instead, it is a fire type. No, it's not fire type. What is this? Fairy? Is it fairy? I think it's fairy. Maybe fairy. Like I said, this is soft script, and I did the recording like 2-3 days ago, so I can't remember. Anyway, we end up taking it down with a Shadow Ball. And no, it's fighting type. It's fighting type because it's got Mankey. So take him out with another Shadow Ball after I think I used Nasty Plot. We had this Machoke Gardevoir, which goes down to another Shadow Ball. Benape, Shadow Ball. You know the drill by now. Yeah. Digchoke, which is a baby me, which I really didn't want to kill, but I had to. So everyone close your eyes. I closed my eyes when I pressed A. Shadow Ball. Winning us the fight. Really easy. Next up was Bruno, who is very well known for being the easiest of the Elite Four members, being normally fighting type, but now it is a, I think it's Dragon normal, stuff like that. Put it to sleep with Spider-Man. Ended up using Quiver Dance a few times just to get our stats up so I can one-shot. And hit it with Thunderbolt, which with +2 did on a half, so that was fun. Ended up taking it down eventually with the burn from Flame Body. And no, it's Dragon type. Yep, it's Dragon type. Anyway, we use Shadow Ball. Flamethrower bringing us into the red, and then another Shadow Ball to finish it off. We ended up switching out because I didn't want to lose a member this early on. Switching out into Thing. This is quite sad. We hit it with Dragon Rush twice. It hits me with an Outrage. One-shots Thing. You didn't really have any chance to shine, so sorry Thing, but you know, you did your best. Anyway, we switch into Punisher, who kills it with a Flamethrower. Then we have this Paulus. I don't know how to say it. We ended up taking out with a few Flamethrowers. And his last team member is a Yatina, Garatina, and a Yamask Fusion. We ended up setting up with a Dragon Dance and then hit it with 2 Foul Plays to finish it off. Yeah, that's Bruno done. On to the next one, being Agatha, who is a Ghost type gym leader, which I always thought was quite coincidental because she's quite close to becoming a Ghost type herself. Dark. I thought this was an Espeon for some reason, so it uses Moonblast because it was a Sylveon, which one-shots Ultron, which was quite sad. Yeah, she's, I think, Fairy type as well, by the way. So, no, she's Steel type. Yeah, Steel type. I didn't really know what to do, so I used Origin Pulse, which one-shot it, thankfully, because that could have been the end of my run. Ended up spending Spiriard. I don't know. I think I said this. Spiriard? Spiriard? I don't know. Origin Pulse killed it. And then Agdash, which was a Hell Horse, which I loved, but it had Sturdy, so after a few full restores, Origin Pulse, Fuel Restore, Full Restore, Origin Pulse, Fuel... I keep saying Fuel Restore. Full Restore, Origin Pulse, and then one more to finish it off. We ended up killing it. But, yep. Want to learn Sheer Cold? No. But then it had a Skarmory Mew Fusion, which was adorable, but this thing also had Sturdy. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's Steel types. Most of them have Sturdy. But anyway, Origin Pulse takes it out. Then has a Rose Sharp, which we took out with using one Ice Beam and then an Origin Pulse to finish it off. But it lives. It lives. And then Thunderbolt. And then, which, it lives again. And then a Thunderbolt. There we go. He's dead. There we go. So, and that is 3 out of 4. And now it's time for Lance. He normally uses Dragon types, but instead is a Fire type user for this one. He sent out just a regular Salamander, apparently. But my Punisher here He sets up with Dragon Dance as he hits me with a Scary Face, lowering my speed by 2 stages. But Dragon Dance, only by 1 stage. He end up switches out Salamander into Houndoom, which I take out with 2 foul plays. He then brings out Volgon, which this little tiny fox thing kills Punisher with a Zap Cannon, which I was not expecting. So I then send in Captain America, who then Origin Pulses it into Oblivion. Get that thing out of here. And, yeah. So, Falayu, this thing was honestly quite scary as well, because it had Outrage, and, Swords Dance boosted Outrage, which killed Captain America, so it's devastating. Anyway, I was bringing to Spider-Man, who lives on 1 HP thanks to the Focus Sash I put on. If I didn't have Focus Sash, I probably would have lost the run. I use Quiver Dance just to be safe, and then I take it out with a Shadow Ball, and then second to last is Salamander again, which we take out with the Shadow Ball, and then his last Pokemon on his team, or, well, first I teach it Heat Wave, because it's a cool move, but then, can I teach it? Come on me, hurry up, click A, yep, check the power, yep, come on. There we go. So, teach it Heat Wave, he sends in a Torch Shot, which was honestly pretty easy to take out. I just put it to sleep and then hit it with I think a Thunderbolt. Because I wasn't taking any chances. I didn't want to lose the run here because I've been recording for so long. Anyway, we beat Lance, and now it's time to take on our rival one last time to become the champion. Now, I'm only doing this with 2 Pokemon, which I was super scared about. But I gave it my best shot. So I led with Spawn, who put the Coordinate to sleep and then hit, I think 2, 3, 2 nasty plots. Just to get his special attack up to like +4, and then, I'm not gonna lie, it was just a case of one shot and everything, sweeping with Spawn. Really anticlimactic ending, I'm very sorry, but at this point I'm not taking any chances. So, yeah, it's just Shadow Balled everything into Oblivion. Yeah, there's a Dougal. Doesn't affect it, I was a bit of an idiot, so I used Dark Pulse. Killed it. Shoeape as well, which I thought was quite funny. Shadow Ball, again. Garby, which was adorable. It's a Garchomp Celebi fusion, which was honestly quite impressive. But then took it out with Dark Pulse, became the champion. Yeah. Again, I'm doing this off script, so I don't really know what to say here. I'm just rambling on, trying to make you stay. But anyway, so Professor Oak comes up, congratulating like me and all that, and then we push our rival out the way, go to the Hall of Fame, and here is the team that we won with.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just gone down. I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map, go to the marked sheet. Take me to your Xbox.
I couldn't have done it without this team. This run was super fun to make, being only dark types. I had these challenges along the way, but we did it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to comment down below what other kind of runs you want to see, and I'll make it happen. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Digletts out.